everybody and welcome to my video Getting Tidier. I hope you're well. The video starts with me checking all my washing that I've got hanging around the house. Some of you, regularly I get asked about a dryer. I do have a dryer, but it's a combi dryer and it's really not that effective. So I do tend to, my preference would be to dry everything on the line. However, the last few weeks I have been caught out with that. I put things on the line, as I have at the moment. I've got loads of things on the line and then it rains. So thankfully, all this I decided to hang around the radiators and on the dryer, and most of it is now well on the way of getting dry, but this was yesterday. So I'm recording this the day after I got to 2,000 subscribers, which is why I did that little clip just of me talking to the camera. I'm so excited about that. It's quite incredible really, but thank you to each and every one of my 2,000 followers. It's quite incredible really. I very much appreciate all your comments and ideas and your suggestions. I think sometimes people are like, oh, I'm not sure whether I should say that. I'm always very happy to read your suggestions and ideas, and a number of them I do follow up and focus on. So thank you for that. So you can see in here in the video where my shelf is a little bit clearer and a little bit tidier. And then once I've done this and kind of put most of the things out on the radiators, I go back into the kitchen. Only me and my husband were having a chat, and I asked if he could open my last bottle of wine. And I was going to taste it again, like I did the other week, just to see whether it was off. I mean, I'm not great for white wine like champagne and fizzy. That's not something that I'm that keen on anyway. But I was just going to have a little sip of it and see what it was like. But literally, we stood chatting, he undid it, and then I just suddenly realised what he was doing, and he poured the majority of it down the sink. And he said, and you can see in the video where I'm like in shock for a couple of seconds because he poured it all away before me just double checking. But then there was a tiny bit left in the bottle that I could have tried, but after that I didn't really think there was much points. Neither of us really drink that much alcohol. My husband will have the odd beer. I quite like a glass of red wine with some meals. Malibu and Coke I might have every so often, but I'm not really that big on drinking. And that was why I've got all these bottles of champagne and all these bottles of white wine. A number of you said, well, what was the point of keeping it all? And I completely agree with you. So we decided to do something about that. I have been asked why the wine rack is on top of the cupboard. So I have still got a wine rack on top of the cupboard. The reason why it's still sitting there at the moment is because it's got that sticky greasiness on it. So I want to really, really scrub that, clean that with some fairy liquid. And then when it's sunnier, I'm going to sit it outside in the sun so the wood fully dries. And then the plan is that I put it in the pantry. I don't really want to get rid of it because every so often we make our own wine. So I don't want to get rid of it because I might use it at some point. But it's a good point. Why is it still sitting on the cupboard when it's empty, on the top of the cupboard when it's empty? I do agree with you. But there's also not that much space in the pantry. I did my layer 1 in the pantry and got rid of quite a lot. But I think if most of you saw that, you probably pull your hair out. Because that is still piled up and full of stuff. But then that'll be my layer 2, won't it? That's the thing. That's what I've got to keep focused on. Rome wasn't built in a day. I can't do everything overnight. I've been doing this now for, a year? And this year, I've got loads and loads more followers. But I originally started this channel, and it was last January as my New Year's resolution to get tidier. I knew there was no point in setting myself a New Year's resolution which said, keep the house tidy, because I was never going to be able to achieve that. But if I said I wanted to become tidier, that I felt was achievable. Although what you've all shown me is what I need to do is declutter. That's what I need to do. I need to get rid of stuff, because you can't actually be tidy when you've got loads of stuff. That's what I didn't really understand that before. You just see that the cupboard broke, didn't you? As I opened the cupboard, a whole section fell off. This is the section that fell off a few months ago, so I'll ask my husband to look at that. But he's still sort of getting over this back problem that he's had. And also, I want to stop keeping things stored on the floor when I'm doing the washing. It's not a good look having the odd towel or thing just like slung on the floor. So I'm going to stop doing that. And I decided to do a slightly different angle here. So you can see, well, only to be described as knickknacks on my shelf. So the containers at the top are different tins and they are filled with different types of rice. So I've got plain rice, brown rice, wild rice, risotto rice. So they are all stored in those tins. I've got 2 glasses, which I'm really, they've got cockles on and they're really lovely drinking glasses. I love them. But one I cracked and one the bottom fell out of. But I just can't bring myself to get rid of them, but I don't know what to do with them. I was thinking maybe I could break it into pieces and somehow polish the edges of the glass and make it into a mosaic or something. I've got absolutely no idea. If you've got any ideas or thoughts, I would very much welcome them. Any sort of, ideas, I'd very much appreciate it. Or I have to take the hit and just put the glass in recycling. In a minute, you'll see me take them off the shelf. They're right on the top shelf next to the orange tin. I was really sad when they broke. I really love those glasses, and I am fussy with what glasses I drink out of. I know that sounds a bit strange, but there's certain... Does everyone have a favourite glass? Maybe it's just me. A favourite mug, a favourite glass. I definitely have a favourite glass. I'm sure the water tastes better when I drink it from a certain glass. And if I use up all those glasses, which doesn't happen very often now, because I keep on top of the washing up, don't I? But when it used to happen, I'd be like, oh no, I've just got the plastic beaker to drink out of. Also, I just shuffle around the coats because that's getting a bit too much there, isn't it? Look, I can hardly get in the pantry. But I am still putting my cleaning things in my cleaning container. So I put my mop there, my dustbin and brush, and my other cleaning things I put right in the front of my doorway. And there, I was just sorting out some crisps because someone in the house has bought some crisps and they've just put the bag on the floor as opposed to putting them in the crisp bag. So I was just emptying them out and putting them in the crisp bag. So I'm going to go through a few comments now and just see what people have been saying. So I got a question about Jay's fluid that I mentioned that I'm going to clean the greenhouse with, or rather my husband is. And it's Jey, Jay's fluid, S. So that's what we tend to use. I wonder whether someone will tell me it's full of nasty chemicals. I hope not, because I try not to have too many chemicals. But this is just a traditional fluid which I've always known greenhouses to be cleaned with. Maybe someone will say, you can clean it with vinegar. That'd be great, wouldn't it? I mean, I'm using vinegar so much. I need to buy another bottle. I got a comment from Carolyn and Vixie Stixie to say one person, Carolyn said about soaking that rubber strip in bleach, but she'd prefer a new one. Yeah, I understand that. Vixie Stixie said about white vinegar again and then bleach afterwards, but get a new one if that doesn't work. That is what I'm going to do. VJ1 US, can't see your full name and I'm not sure where you're from. Oh, it says Barbara. But is that Barbara from Ireland with Adam and Ryan and your other son, your 3 sons? Because that's come up user V1 US. But it's this great video, Emma. Your bathroom is lovely. White vinegar, great for cleaning glass as well. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're all good. Love from Barbara. A woman's work is never done. Absolutely, I agree with you. Joanne says, my house didn't improve until I decluttered. Then I decided on a place for everything. Now I repeat these phrases to myself. Don't put it down and put it away, and be good to your future self. That is super advice, Joanne. Sometimes I do when I start tidying. I think, why did I put that there? Or like I noticed that my daughter had put her flute music on the little table in the hall rather than taking it through to the dining room where all the music lives. So I do need to help her because that will make her life easier, won't it, if I help her with this. Karen also said vinegar for the rubber strip, although she would replace it. I might have to replace it, but I just, wherever possible, because of the energy required to make the plastic strip, if I can get it clean, that's what I'd like to do, but you'll see. I think vinyl and CDs are having a bit of resurgence or comeback, says Rainey Milliman. because people are realising the sound is so much more pure than today's options. Yeah, I just think there's something really special about vinyl. My daughter laughed because, you know, I went through the cabinet in the hall. I found loads of CDs, and I found Amy McDonald. So I don't think she would have been famous anywhere other than the UK, but please correct me if I'm wrong. She might have made America, but I don't think she did. I think she's from Scotland, and she's got a really lovely sound to her voice. And there's a couple of songs I love. And I put her songs on the other day on the way to the school run, and I was literally dancing around in my Fiat 500. So that was nice. Lisa says, can the bread box be turned the other direction and go where the utensils are? And maybe the watering can on top, then the utensils by the stove. Where you will see, Lisa Malone, 5988, I have shuffled things around a little bit because of your advice and other people's advice. So thank you for that. Taking a moment to breathe. The food left in the pan is a little pet peeve of mine too. Use it up now, place it in the fridge. Yeah, I know. If it still works, being eaten later. Yeah, of course it makes sense to us. Our brains work differently. That's LV Frankie. You're so right. The other thing that I find really irritating, and I try not to get irritated by it, deep breath, like you said, taking a moment to breathe, is when there's like one tomato left in the tomato container. Or the best thing is like you go to the cereal and there's like 6 pieces of cereal left in the container, or like half a bowl's worth, and you look and just think, well, like, you could have just used that up, or, you know, why would you put 2 tomatoes back in the fridge? Yep, no, I agree with you that. Yeah, a couple of people said, I'm sorry about my husband's back. Yeah, it's because it's a reoccurring problem, so he just has to be really careful. The good news is he rested, he avoided the car. He did take some obviously painkiller, but he also took arnica and sipped arnica throughout the day, and he seems to have made a good recovery, but I'm just going to have to make sure he's a bit more careful. Mange 2, oh, I like that name. Where are you from, Mange 2? Good to see you using a washing basket in the kitchen by the machine. Perhaps you could buy 3 more to put each of your clean washing in instead of leaving it piled on the floor in the hallway. I have got something to own up to. I do actually have 3 washing baskets. The reason why I have 3 washing baskets is because I saw 2 in a local skip and they were getting rid of them. So I said, oh, could I have those washing baskets, please? Are they all okay? And there's nothing wrong with them. They were just emptying a house out, actually a lady that I did gardening for, and they were in the skip. So they said yes, that I could have them. And the reason why I don't use them regularly is because unfortunately they are full of washing that I need to put away. I need to get better at that. And Brett 6117 said, you've come a good way along your tidy journey. You're getting so much better at finding trash and recycling action items to get rid of. Now I've got some good news. I haven't got rid of the car seats, but I have got rid of the bag. The lady finally collected all my pens, pencils, all my spare things and my educational books, and she was really pleased with them. And Emma Faircloth said, Emma, congratulations on 2,000 subscribers in capitals, and you're snowboarding through your home. Oh, you're all so lovely. The things that you write, and you're so encouraging and supportive, and such a lovely group of people. Thank you so much for your lovely, lovely comments, Emma and everybody else. So kind. Vixie Stixie says she loves my vases. And my bread box. Carolyn said she liked my bread box. It's kind of vintage looking. I agree. Has got that sort of vintage feel. And then Andrea said she doesn't think that I have too much washing. Sometimes people say I wash too much. But people have too many clothes and don't do laundry frequently enough. And she said that's not the case with me because with her, she's got a family of 5 and she does 3 to 4 loads a week. And I do 1 to 2. Yeah, that's right. 1 to 3, I'd say, depending upon my whitewash. And she also said it looked much better on my shelves. So thank you so much. Andrea's posted some lovely comments on my videos and really helps and encourages me. So you can see this, the next part of the video, you can see I'm still sorting out the dining room table. And a little tip of what I'm finding is where my phone is on this tripod with my new little gadget, when I'm about finished tidying up, I then look through the screen and I see it from a different angle. I look through the screen and see, oh, I need to put that away, that away, that away. and where I don't necessarily see it when I'm actually tidying. It's quite strange. You see things on the screen that you don't otherwise see. This book that I'm sorting out is a puzzle book. I did check all the pieces there. The pieces I've done this already in my daughter's playroom, but then the book was dropped. So I need to do it all again, and I feel like it's going to end up sitting on my dining room for forever. I either need to get rid of it or put it in one of my daughter's cupboards, for we bring out puzzles when she's not feeling very well. And I can remember my mum used to do the same thing, even probably when I was like 12 or 13. If I had the odd day off from school, I didn't really have much time off school. I was a very healthy child, thankfully. But the puzzles would come out, even simple ones that would just be something to do that I guess would entertain me, relax me, didn't require me to move around, did it? You can just sit in one place and do puzzles. So I'll check with her what she wants to do about that. And then in a minute, I'm about to turn the camera off, and then I'm reminded by the little chick that's sitting on the mantelpiece. And someone asked me the other day, is that cute little Easter chick something that your daughter made? No, it isn't. It's something that my nephew made when he was very little, many, many years ago. And every Easter, I don't get many Easter cards because that's not, a common thing to send Easter cards. The marketing companies of the UK did try to introduce it, but they never really caught on. So we might get 1 or 2 Easter cards, but I stand that one up every year. And I missed it when I put all the Easter things away, and the lady said about it, and I thought, oh, good point, I need to put that away. And I just now looked in the camera lens and saw that sitting there. So I've taken that and put that on the stairs to go up. Oh, do you hear me? Put it on the stairs. Got to stop putting things on the stairs, haven't you? Because you open the front door and someone sees your stairs. All the things are ready to go on their journey to other rooms. Now, in other news, because I got to 2,000 subscribers, I've got 2 things to do, haven't I? So I've got my giveaway and I've got my junk drawer sort out. Now, I've decided that I got to 2,000 a bit sooner than what I realised. I literally got like 40 subscribers over the course of the weekend. And that's why it was yesterday, Tuesday, that they went to 2,000. So I'm going to do all my junk drawer, and I'm going to announce the winners of the prize, I think, on Monday. So look out for the video, because I've got a few videos scheduled. You're probably going to watch this video on Friday or Saturday. So that video is on the way, and I've decided I will choose 2 people who are going to get one of my cloths and a goodie bag, and I'll ask them to email me their address so they can do that without posting that across the YouTube channel. And then my last couple of videos are some pockets of problems. So the top of the piano that I want clear, I want my fruit bowl there and not much else, so I want that clear. I'm fed up with stuff being piled on the piano, like, books, music books. They've got homes, so they shouldn't just be piled there. It should be empty. Then also there's a section on top of the bookcase cabinet that I did the other day in the hall. So that needs to be sorted. So you'll see that here. And also my poorly plant that badly needs treating. And then my other problem pocket, is the top of the cupboards. Regularly people say, why have you got all that stuff there? Why are you going to clear all that stuff? So yes, I need to do that as well. Can you believe that I've had to redo this video twice? Because the problem was, I recorded it all, tried to upload it to YouTube, and it said that I didn't have enough memory. So I went back and I deleted some old videos and some old photos only, and then I cleared the bin. Only I managed to delete some of the videos. So I'm sorry if some of it doesn't make quite sense. So there were a couple of bits where I said, oh, can you see the shelf at this point? Well, I lost loads of my videos. So loads of my hard work I lost all the videos for it. But hey ho, it's just one of those things. So I've had to redo the voiceover. But the good thing was I've got some more good news. So you'll see the examples where I talked about the problem areas that I'm going to focus on. But then there was an extra little video that I added at the end. And that was because today I had a really crazy day. So I dropped my daughter off at school. It feels like today was 3 days. I went to head office for a couple of hours, came home. I had back-to-back meetings until about 3:30. I did notice that I'd got like a few personal messages come through, one of which needed me to call a restaurant before 3:30. But the big problem is you can't be on the phone twice, can you? Two people at the same time. So I didn't get round to that, unfortunately. But then I went and picked my daughter up with my mum. And then my daughter spent a little bit of time with my mum doing some craft things and bits and pieces. And she didn't go to band today. And the reason was because I had my big Girl Guides evening fair. And I'm so pleased. It went really, really well. The other leader who I do guides with, she does a lot of hard work. So she did all the tombola, organised all the tombola, etc., etc. But I took along the bowling for a pig game. Now, do you have that in your different countries, bowling for a pig? So we had the bowling for a pig game, which was 4 balls for £1. And also I got all those raffle prizes from that lovely lady who gave me all those prizes. And it looks like we've made loads and loads of money. So that's why when I came home, you'll see that I'm got my guide uniform on. Well, just the guide top with all my various little medals and things. And I just came home. My husband's a meeting this evening, so I went up and helped my daughter get ready for bed. She went to bed straight away. And then I came downstairs and just finished off the washing up and just tidying up a couple of bits in the kitchen. But yeah, really great news with that. We're going to announce to the parents how much money we made, but the parents are really supportive and loads of people from the church came in, had a go at the raffle, tombola and all of cake stall and all sorts. So that was really good news. So thank you very much for your ongoing support, kindness, your lovely comments. I love reading. This is like my favourite app. Forget Facebook, Instagram. I never really did anything on TikTok. I'm not keen on TikTok. And any other apps, but this is like the best. This is the best. All your lovely, helpful comments. So I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying the week, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.